It is Empowerment Monday. How are you doing today? I'm glad you're here with me. Glad to be here with you. I am Rob Fenstermaker, former corporate burnout survivor turned empowerment coach. Your empowerment coach, by the way, as a matter of fact. I hope you had a great weekend. I know my weekend went well. I've shared with you in the past that, my wife and I, we've recently relocated from Ohio to Southwest Florida. And one of the great things that we've moving down here is we have found a church that has Saturday evening services. They meet at 5 o'clock on Saturday evening. We've been attending those. Actually, the past 2 weekends, I've been attending myself as my wife has been out of the country on a European business trip. She gets back later today. So it's created a new Sunday morning ritual for me, which I call the Battle of the Bougainvillea. I've shared with you in the past about the back part of the property where we're at. It's just a little overrun. One of the things that has overrun is this bougainvillea bush, and my Sunday morning ritual was to spend a good 2 hours just trying to get this thing under control. It's a beast. It's a monster. It's got thorns about an inch long, and it just shreds you if you're not careful. But I'm making progress on it. It's getting better. It's looking a little more tame. Probably won't be until next year when it kind of grows back, when it'll really start looking like a good bush, because I've really had to cut that much back. One of the problems when I cut too much back is I got to figure out what to do with what's left there. But regardless, that's been my weekend. That's been my Sunday mornings, which brings us as this coming weekend. We have a holiday this weekend, probably one of my favorite holidays that I love to celebrate, the 4th of July. Happens a week from today. Monday is the 4th of July. But it would usually a holiday like that usually goes into a whole weekend. And that really signifies summer, 4th of July. Think about it. As you were a kid, at least I was a kid, it always signified fireworks. It signified, getting together with friends and family, cookout, hamburgers, ice cold beer. Not when I was a kid, but now ice cold beer now. And just celebrating. And, the significance of 4th of July was that Declaration of Independence, because on that 4th of July, 1776, that's when the document was officially signed. Not necessarily the start of our country. That's when the idea of this country began, was on July 4th, 1776, when that declaration was signed. There was still work to be done. As when that declaration was delivered to the King of England, he was indignant. He was not going to let that stand. He was not going to let these 13 colonies dictate what they were going to do. He was not going to allow them to dictate that they were going to be a sovereign nation in and of themselves and create their own destiny. He had to have those 13 colonies in line, which eventually led to the Revolutionary War, which eventually led to the colonies being victorious in that. And that's what led to the start of this country, the United States of America. And that's what the 4th of July is about, is that day of independence. We recognize that day when those who came before us put that flag in, that line in the sand, and said, this is who we are. This is what we declare. This is what we want. We are going to be independent of you, King. We are going to live our own destiny. We are going to live out our lives in a way that signifies who we are as people, who we are as these states, and we want the freedom to do so. And the same is true for you and I. We have that opportunity to declare our independence from those things that are holding us back, those things that keep us captive to a mindset that doesn't allow us to be that best version of who we can become. It's taking that declaration of what we want out of our life and stating it. But there needs to be more than just stating that declaration. Once we state it, we need to start taking action upon it. Because it's one thing to state it. We can say it all we want. But if you don't take action on that, then all it is empty words. And sometimes people fall into the trap saying, well, I need to wait for the perfect moment when I can take action. I love astronomy, and right now it's only lasts for a few more days. There are 5 planets when you get up in the morning; they're all in alignment. So this morning I've been doing an early morning running group. We meet at 6 o'clock and we head out and we run for about an hour. And this morning you could see it. The sky was clear as a bell. You could see all 5 of those planets in a line: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, all in a perfect line. The planets were aligned. You know what? The planets can be aligned for you too. You don't need for that. Just taking that step of imperfect action, that's aligning your planets. That's aligning what you want. Because if we wait for the perfect moment to take action, it's never going to happen. But just taking that imperfect action is what marks who we are. You know, we may not be successful in the moment taking that imperfect action, and we're definitely going to make mistakes. I'll agree. I've made mistakes in taking my imperfect action. But when you have those mistakes, you need to pause and just learn from them. Learn from them. Don't beat yourself up about them. Learn from them. Learn what it was, what that mistake was, because the next time you take that action, you're going to understand what it was in the past that led you to that fault, and you're going to do it better the next time. You're still going to take that better version of imperfect action, and you just continue to do that to become the best version of who you want to be after you make that declaration. It's important that you declare what it is you want for your life, because that sets everything in motion when you are willing and ready to do that. Just taking that initial step. And that's where I come in, because I want to help you and go along with you in your journey as you take that step of imperfect action, as you be that best version of who you can become along that way, and you create the ability to be that best version of who you can be. So I would love to see you make your own personal declaration of what it is you want out of your life as you take that next step of imperfect action, or even that initial step of imperfect action, and step into that unknown. Because once you get into that unknown, that's where true growth happens. That's where you start to understand what you can become, the abilities that you have. When you step away from something that may be holding you back, when you take that declaration of independence for yourself and step into that. So I would love to hear from you. I would love to see you take that step. And I would love to come alongside you as you go on that journey, as you become this new person, as you start to create your own personal life story, that next great chapter in your life story. So just reach out to me. Feel free to just send me an email, drop me an email at rob@robfenstermaker.com. Or you can even just go ahead and schedule some time with me at calendly.com. Just schedule a quick 15-minute conversation so we can learn more about each other. You can learn more about me. I can learn more about your declaration. I would love to see you state your declaration on this coming holiday weekend. You don't need to wait for the holiday weekend. You can do it today. But let's see you become that best version of who you know you're ready to be as you take that step into the unknown and begin to build confidence in what your abilities are, as you begin to understand that, yes, you can do it. So just some thoughts I had on today, this Empowerment Monday. This is Rob Fenstermaker, former corporate burnout survivor turned your empowerment coach. Hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great holiday. Hope you have a great holiday weekend. Take time to pause, celebrate, have a hamburger, drink a cold beer, however you want to celebrate. Go to the beach, go to the pool, get with friends, get with family, and just have some time to pause and remember what it is that, one, makes this country great, and what makes you great is that ability to declare our independence and take that next action step. So have a great weekend, or have a great week as we get ready for this upcoming holiday weekend. I'd love to hear from you. Again, this is Rob Fenstermaker, former corporate burnout survivor turned your empowerment coach. Let's make this a great week. Let's make this a great Monday. Monday is the most important day of the week because it sets the tone for the remainder of the week. I hope to talk to you soon. Let's make it great. Have a great day. Take care.